You're listening to the REI Marketing Nerds Podcast, the leading resource for real estate investors who want to dominate their market online. Dan Barrett is the founder of AdWords Nerds, a high-tech digital agency focusing exclusively on helping real estate investors like you get more leads and deals online, outsmart your competition, and live a freer, more awesome life. And now, your host, Dan Barrett.
All right. Hello. Welcome to this week's episode of the REI Marketing Nerds podcast. As always, this is Daniel Barrett here from AdWordsNerds.com. And look, if you need help with your online marketing to find more motivated seller leads and deals online, you know where to go. It's AdWordsNerds.com. We've got free strategy sessions. We've got a killer blog. We've got in-depth guides. In fact, our guide to PPC for real estate investors is close to 60,000 words at this point. So if you are interested in learning more or getting help, that's where you go. It's AdWordsNerds.com. And this week, I want to talk about something. It's a little bit high level, so I hope you are going to forgive me. We will, of course, be returning to the tactical aspects of getting leads for your real estate investment business. But this piece, I think, is just as important. And it's something that I want to really stress with you because I think many investors, when they get involved in online marketing, they quickly become frustrated, right? And they become frustrated because there is this sense that everyone out there is having success. And when you actually get down to brass tacks and you start to do this stuff, you start to run ads, you start to do SEO, you start posting on your Facebook page or whatever it is, you start to actually do this stuff, it's much more difficult to get high quality results than it seems like it should be. You can look out at many other investors who are saying, yes, I'm having this result or that result, or I'm getting leads at this cost or that cost. And it's easy to feel like you are the only one who's struggling. And I want to talk about two aspects of this feeling that I think are really important. And this is something that's on my mind because I'm actually creating kind of an operating systems manual for my team at AdWords Nerds. And the thing you want to realize, like from my point of view, when I'm working with my team, I can't tell them ahead of time everything that's going to happen in the world, right? I can't tell them how online marketing is going to shift or change. I can't tell them how the real estate market is going to shift or change because those things are impossible to predict. They're big, complicated systems. And so as a leader, just like you are the leader of your real estate investing team, your acquisitions people or whatever, as the leader of the AdWords Nerds team, it's, I view it as my responsibility to give them the mental models and tools and frameworks they can use to make their own decisions and continue to safeguard the funds of our clients without me looking over their shoulder. Ultimately, right, the team as a whole is going to be way smarter than me as an individual. And so my role is to give them these frameworks, okay? And there's two frameworks that I'm working very hard on instilling into my team that I think are going to help you as you sort of go through this journey of marketing online and continuing to grow your real estate investing business. And in fact, this applies to all marketing you're ever going to do, online or not, okay? And those two frameworks, those two things to keep in mind, okay, are survivorship bias and continuous learning. Survivorship bias and continuous learning. Now let's start with survivorship bias because this is the fastest one to get to. And it's simply an understanding that when you see people bragging about their metrics, their cost per lead, their number of lead, I put this amount of money in, I got this number of deals, and it could be literally for everything. It doesn't have to be just for online marketing. This can be for direct mail or texting or whatever. What you are seeing, almost by definition, are the outliers. What you are seeing when people brag about their particular performance metrics are the outliers. And they are the outliers for two reasons. One, you got to realize that of everyone that gets involved in any marketing or business pursuit, some people make it work and some people don't. And that could be through no fault of their own, right? Could be in their market, it's a particularly competitive, marketing channel, or, I don't know, they got hit by a calamity or an economic disaster, right? Or it could be, they didn't do a good job, or they didn't have the requisite, maybe the closing skills or whatever. But of the entire group of everyone that pursues some kind of marketing pursuit, right? Some people make it and some people don't. So immediately you're going to just remove from this pile of people that are bragging about their stats online, everybody that didn't make it. And then out of the people that made it work, and made that marketing channel or pursuit or business idea or whatever, made it sort of profitable for themselves. Out of that group, you're going to single out the people that did well enough that they really want to go out and brag about their statistics, their metrics. And I'm going to leave aside the idea that some people just flat out don't tell the truth, which is true, right? I've seen that more than a few times. But you've got to understand that when you see people bragging about a certain number in their ad account or their mailing, campaign or whatever, the number of deals that they close, these are people that are not only in the surviving group, but are in the top percentile of the surviving group and feel willing to and eager to go out and broadcast that message. And so this is by definition a niche within a niche.
Want to find motivated seller leads online, but don't know where to start? Download our free Motivated Seller Keyword Report today. AdWords nerds have spent over $5 million this year researching the most profitable keywords for finding motivated seller leads. And you can grab these exact keywords when you download our report at www.adwordsnerds.com/keywords.
And so the question to ask is whether or not that is actually indicative of the average performance level. And I would say usually it is not. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that this world of ours is constantly changing, and it is shifting, and it is evolving, and it is adapting. The real estate market today is not the same as the real estate market yesterday. The online advertising marketplaces like Google ads or Facebook ads that work on an auction basis, they are not the same today as they were yesterday, just like the stock market of today is not the stock market of yesterday. And so even if you land on a system that is incredibly efficient and produces lots of deals at a great cost, there is no guarantee it will stay that way. And in fact, I will go even further and I will guarantee it won't. It won't stay the way that it is. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to, explode. Doesn't mean it's going to land in a crater. Doesn't mean it's going to be a disaster, but it's not going to stay the same, because the only underlying truth of online marketing in particular, but really business in general, is that nothing stays the same. We are constantly moving back and forth between different states of competition, different states of underlying economic activity, different states of profitability, different types of technology coming into and out of the market. There's so many things that can change. So when you are in this system, this process, and you are working on boosting your marketing and growing your business, and you look out and you see people having success, and maybe you are struggling, you got to remember, for one, the people that are bragging are not always representative of what everyone is going through. And that even if they are bragging right now, there is no guarantee they will still be bragging a week from now. Similarly, there is absolutely no guarantee that your results will not noticeably improve either. And something that I try really hard to impart to my team right? And this is where it kind of comes down to brass tacks for you as well in your real estate investing business, is that it is not enough to find the answer, the thing that works. Because the thing that works doesn't always work. It might work today, doesn't mean it's going to work tomorrow. Instead, what doesn't guarantee us success, but what gives us the highest percentile chance of success over time is the mindset of continuous education and learning and curiosity. Because it is only through long-term adaptive thinking and flexibility that we allow ourselves to be successful. This is the story of evolution. Evolution is not the strongest survive. Evolution is the flexible survive, the adaptive survive. That is what evolution teaches. And over time, success can tend to breed the seeds of its own destruction. We tend to fall into rigid thinking. We say, this is the way it is done. This was the way it was successful. This is how the world works. And we think that all the way up until the moment where the world turns around and slaps us in the face with evidence that no, that was the way the world worked. So the thing I want my team to take away from this process, and the thing that I would really try to impart to my clients and my friends in real estate investing and the people that listen to this podcast, is there is a mental posture of curiosity towards the world and flexibility in our thinking, the willingness to examine our own biases, especially the biases that are based on evidence from the past, and be open to change and be optimistic about our potential to change, and to be steadfast when things don't look like they're going well, and rely on this flexibility and openness to carry us through and let us find the way forward. And I think if you can do that, I know if my team can do that, that they will continue to not only safeguard the funds of our clients, but help them to grow and have incredible success. And I know that you in your marketing business will experience the same. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you, as always, for listening to this podcast. If you have any questions, you go to AdWordsNerds.com, click on the blog link up at the top there. You'll find all these podcast episodes. Plus, we publish a ton of blog posts on online marketing for real estate investors every single week. I would love for you to check that out. You go over to AdWordsNerds.com and just click on blog and you'll find it. As always, this is Daniel Barrett from AdWordsNerds.com signing off. I hope you have a truly wonderful week. Bye.
This is the podcastfactory.com.